Well, it's been a while, and people keep telling me I need to get a video up, so yeah, basically just going to be a bit of a catch-up video, just kind of what's been going on kind of thing. So, as you can see, Puma's still going, Puma's still working hard, just doing me proud. Yeah, where have I been? Well, it's not because nothing's been going on, it's been more of a case of there's been a lot been going on, and well, I've been a bit sort of head down, sort of concentrating on trying to get through what we had to get through. So, from the last video, well, I think that was sort of just about the point we were just starting to make a start on the maize. So obviously the maize drilling campaign this year has started pretty late because the weather conditions were that bad when we really wanted to get going. Ground conditions just weren't up to it. And then obviously the flip side about it was the grass season. The moment ground conditions were fit enough to get mowers out, flat out and that as well, because obviously it was a wet back end of last year, so nobody really managed to get the fields cleaned off for the winter. And then obviously the start of the season was ideal grass growing in year, so everyone was seeing the crops coming up and obviously wanted to get them off as soon as possible so to get the multi-crops and all that. Go on mate, I'll let you go. So yeah, there was the flip side of that, so it was that real unfortunate thing of two really busy sort of parts of the year, the sort of tillage work and the maize drilling work, and obviously a few spring crops are going as well, smashed straight into well, most first cut. So I've actually done very little in terms of first cut this year, because I've actually spent most of my time mainly on the sumo, which don't know what that is. There's a picture coming up now, hopefully, if I've done my editing right. And we have the 3-metre sumo trio on the back. Big lump of machinery. Big lump of machinery. So yeah, that's it out the ground. Also remember, you kind of like them things. We've got a sumo on the back, and the legs are right down on ploughed land and comfortably holding 5 miles an hour whilst waking the whole neighbourhood up. So sumo, that is, you've got 6 subsoil legs front of the machine. They sit probably about 700-800 mil in the ground. You've then got 2 sets of cultivation discs and then a very big heavy duty packer roller on the back. Essentially you're doing 2 jobs there. You're doing your first sort of cultivation pass on your maize ground, sort of you usually do with your power harrow, and you're also doing your subsoiling, so you're breaking up your plough pan, so it gives your maize crop somewhere to drop the roots to make a good strong plant to help them grow. She's also been on the power harrow mainly, yeah, I'm going to say probably a little bit more on the 6 metre rather than the 5 metre, but Not so much on the power iron, because that was kind of more of a case of when nobody else was available, they'd have to chuck me on it. Not because I'm bad, well, possibly, but it was just more a case of I don't have the guidance, so guys with the guidance, obviously they can miss a run and stuff like that. But yeah, say that was sort of the start of my year. Just personally, just getting into the grass now. Really, I've done a couple of days on the rake. That wasn't on my tractor. Excuse me. Yeah, and a bit of trailer work, mainly. Yeah, Pumas I think pretty much had K2 behind her. I've done a little bit with on the Dicky Westerns, but that was, I don't think it was on my tractor. Put the Dicky behind mine. But yeah, Puma has. I've pretty much been out with Puma nearly every time I've been out. So that's kind of our catch up. We've done some hours. We've covered some grounds. We were all aware of this is what was coming. We were all prepared for it, you know, and we cracked through it. So guys work for they do have a little surprise on their yard. That has helped us get through the grass a little bit more efficiently. I'm sure in upcoming videos we'll have a look at that. Yeah, but that's kind of where we're up to. As you can see on the road this morning, we're still battling this weather. Looking at the weather this week, we're on Monday, and they're kind of talking that the only actual chopping day, they've got plenty of grass to try and get through with the chopper, but they're thinking the only actual chopping day is going to be Wednesday, which is fantastic. Might mean we might get a weekend off. We shall see. That has been the other kind of nobody's fault, but just a bit of a pain in the butt. We've had, you know, weeks where, you know, we've been sort of mainly workshop bound because weather conditions or ground conditions just weren't fit to be out. And then you get to the weekend where, you know, you like to be off and spend a bit of time with your loved ones and that, and the ground conditions and the weather conditions are right, so we've had to work the weekends. I mean, it is the nature of, you know, what we do, especially this time of year, but we're very much dictated to by Mother Nature. But yeah, we've had some good fun. We've had a bit of drama. Yeah, I've had a couple of bad days in the workshop, shall we say. So used to have a little, well, it was basically a Dremel, and used the AGRI to work. Only a little cordless thing. Bought myself a little carbide bit, just to sort of making it easier, sort of trying to work on smaller internal holes and that. That blew up, so I'll treat myself to a bigger, proper 750 watt. The thing's about like this, takes a quarter-inch shank bit. It's an animal, the thing. Well, it's done a AGRI out the sport hole, some holes at an awkward angle, and the thing, a bit old. Come back, smack me in the face, did. Oh yeah. This wasn't a kind of, oh you little warrior, this was a kind of proper fat lip, split under my nose, kind of, yeah, looked like I'd been punched in the face by Mike Tyson kind of job. So yeah, if any of you guys looking at getting a die grinder, they are a great tool. but treat them with the utmost respect, because they don't give a lot of warning when they're going to have a go at you. And then, what was it? About a week or so later, I'm going to admit this is my own fault. Working with a grinder, cutting quite a lot of cutting work with a grinder, and trying to use face mask and safety glasses, so I sort of, look after my chest and look after my eyes. Trouble is, anybody who's tried using them, you put your face mask on, fogs your glasses up, so you sort of like have your glasses off for a bit, and it's like being stupid with this. You put your glasses back on, drop your face mask for a bit, and you think, well, no, because I'm going to end up coughing a lung up tonight. And somewhere in the mix, I managed to get a piece of metal in my eye. Also, didn't go to the hospital, to the doctors for like 48 hours on top of that. Can you squeak it, mate? You're going to squeak it. You watch my wing mirror. Yeah, so that become quite sore. Calmed down, went for the sort of check up for it, because it was a bit nasty, sort of let himself check up. They went rooting around in it, got a bit of rust out my eye, and aggravated all again to the point that I ended up having a day off, which wasn't overly impressed about. It was only a workshop day, so the guys could do without me, but it was just that kind of, yeah. So, two things to take away from that. Ideally, with using an angle grinder, goggles and mask. If you've got to drop one, drop the mask over the goggles. Second point, your proper industrial eye grinders are a fantastic tool, but treat them with the utmost respect, because they give you no warning when they go to attack you. What was that all about? So, I've actually said what we're actually doing this morning. We were on the silage yesterday. I still have the K2 on, so I've loaded up with a bit of caustic wheat, and I'm taking that down to customers now to offload that. That really wasn't a gap, mate. And then I'm going to go back to the yard and spend the rest of the day mixing up a load of wheat to let it cook itself ready for when the next customer wants it. You can probably tell we do have the sunroof open, so we are listening to the news. It's just making good noise. I am really happy with this tractor, to be fair. She's really coming to her own. Just has been that much more of a practical and more usable tractor for what I did do now. I was always worried when I took the plunge for this that it was going to be too big a tractor for the smaller work I do, but to be fair, I've gone and done a little chopping job I do, well, a little chopping job. Quite a big job, but the access is a bit tight. Look, it's not a farm, it's quite a big country house with a bit of land attached to it. The guy I own doesn't, not into horses, sheep or anything like that, so he's got no use for the land, hence the reason I go top it, because I don't think he's keen on having livestock on the land, and the access just doesn't allow for anything more as you always get, you know, when you use something, it's does not go well. I don't know why I'm waiting for the old person over there not watching what I'm doing. I think it's all now. Yeah, issues with humour. I have, when I got actually had the proper auto floating stabiliser arms on rear linkage. I think it was dealing with the background with the sumo and kind of lifting up and dropping in hollers and whatever happened, I ended up snapping the end of one of them off, tried welding it back together, lasted for a couple of hours, and then only had the one obviously put pressure on the other side, and that party company the next day, which was kind of annoying. So I'm just, for the moment, managed to source in a hurry a pair of just your standard, basic bog standard stabilisers to keep me going. Coolant leaks up, it's an ongoing hassle with them, unfortunately. I did think the problem is it is where the header tank keeps called the radiator. Did think I managed to get it sealed up. Started leaking again. Checking the last few days, touched the wood. I think you've got it sealed again now, but at the same time I'm sure it smelled coolant this morning, so it is going to be the point I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get a new radiator. She is booked in for the rear PTO. I don't know whether I've said this. It was a mistake made. Realised I'm not sure for a couple of days, realised that she only has 1,000 in the PTO, which doesn't matter who you speak to. Everyone, including people that have been dealing with cage tractors for years, reckon that's an odd thing, but yeah. That's all in due course to be done. A few little electrical gremlins, nothing serious, just a few little lighting things that come up and sort themselves out. Oh, for the suspension was the thing. Started playing up, throwing error codes up, stopped working. Now works. God knows. Anywho, we shall pick. So that's our caustic wheat delivered. So just going to go back and mix a load more now. And also that is also, I think, fully caught up on since the last video, which was, let's just say, a good while ago. So as always, don't forget to look after yourselves and look after each other. Stay safe, stay well. Don't forget to give the video a grubby thumbs up if you enjoyed. Bit of a catch up one. There is still merchandise in the shop, which the link will be in the description for. And there is always the comment section if you would like to say hello to me or have a chat amongst yourselves. That is it. We are done and dusted for a video. I shall try and not leave it so long this time. I will try my best to get back into the weekly videos. Like I say, we've just had a bit of a push. It's just been a case of head down and get the work done. But yeah, hopefully normal service may get, I'll say back to normal, but this channel's never exactly been normal and I don't intend to start now. And on that note, we'll call it quits and hopefully see you shortly.